This is web conference number 2, and welcome to our participants who have joined us live, and welcome to our virtual listeners. Here at the center of this geometric sphere, and let your mind focus until you begin to perceive it with an open and continuous flow of energy. And how you know you've done that is as you're staring at it, you'll actually see some spinning, usually to the right or to the left, some windmill kind of look, and the sphere will actually kind of turn into a ball and bounce on the page. So you have everything in order today. If you have 2 monitors, a headphone set, you are able to link in and receive the Pilot Live session. I hope you reviewed your Blackboard Collaborate tutorials, and we'll be looking at content from the chapter 7, 8, 11, and 12 of the textbook by Garrison, and it's the e-learning in the 21st century and a framework for research and practice. And then we'll also be integrating the 2015 Inside Higher Ed Survey of Faculty Attitudes on Technology by Jasek and Letterman. So here's the trigger phase. The learning objectives for this particular week is for 100% of nurse educators who are participating, and hopefully all participants, if you are not nurse educators, to be able to consider how educational technologies can be used to improve the effectiveness of an educational transaction, to examine the current faculty and administrative attitudes of online education, predict future directions that institutions need to take to improve quality and success of online learning, and to demonstrate empathy for stakeholders of online education. And then, of course, by participating and using web conferencing, you should experience an interactive virtual class session. So an icebreaker, how many of you think online learning is just vogue, kind of a trendy thing, and it really reduces the overall rigor of earning a college degree? There's no right or wrong to this, just sometimes people feel that way. And if you do feel that way, let's select a check mark for yes, and if you don't feel that way, a red X for no. Okay, so you all have probably are thinking that it's not vogue, it's here to stay, or there is rigor. So do you want to tell me a little bit about how you might feel about that, Craig?
Sure. So I think it really depends. So I think it has the potential to make a college degree even more rigorous by incorporating additional activities and exercises as part of the process. I think in the area that I work in the kind of education that I received from my profession, there was not a lot of group project work, which is very important in the profession itself, in the real world. And I can see how online learning could facilitate those kinds of group projects in a way that's more practical. In some sense then.
So you think it can add a lot more rigor. Great. What do you think, Yolanda?
I agree with Craig in that in the real world you have more group work, and that's one of the things that you can do with online learning. But I also think online learning is definitely not vogue. It actually is meeting the needs of students. A lot of students are working in or have other responsibilities where they really don't want to come into a classroom. And so by doing online learning gives them the opportunity to do learning at whenever they have the time to do it.
Great, great. You know, it's interesting how many different views there are about this topic in general. And those of you who are virtually connecting with us today, when you do your missed student assignment summary, I'd like you to address how you feel about this in terms of whether or not you think online learning is vogue, or if it increases or reduces rigor in earning a degree, and then maybe just tell me a little bit about why. And I noticed that when I got started today, that I didn't say that today is February the 8th, 2016, and I think we'll be done probably within the next 20 minutes or so, 15 or 20 minutes. So Thank you for sharing that, Craig and Yolanda, and I look forward to reading what the virtual listeners are going to tell me about that in this summary. Here's a snap fact, and that is that faculty generally believe that online courses are of lower quality than in-person deliveries or classroom work, but administrators believe that they are equivalent, and I find that really interesting. It's great that Yolanda and Craig are kind of up on what some of the new thoughts are about online courses, but overall in the 2015 survey, faculty are still not convinced that there's high quality involved in online teaching. So let's see a little bit more about what people are thinking. It's kind of the hook and hold. That's the second phase of the trigger phase, is to ask some essential questions. And so here is, if faculty are employing the community of inquiry model and the practical inquiry model, is that enough to stimulate positive e-learning experiences? And if not, then what can organizations do to improve the student e-learning experience? And that's kind of around what we're going to be talking about today.